I just want to give him love on this. Holla's really one of the only ones that went off to do other stuff because some people go off and do other stuff outside of battle rap, like Hollywood Calls, like with him, he's wilding out. He's got all kind of endorsements, opportunities, and they don't translate well in battle rap still. And Hitman was like, "Nah, I'm not. No disrespect to Conceited. I like you, Conceited, but Conceited ain't been back to battle rap. Hitman has been back to battle rap every year since he's been on Wild and Out. Clips too.
And might be getting better.
And might better. I'm gonna tell you how I knew he's getting better. People complained about the bars. He's got another classic. The battle he did, the closure battle he did with Bill Collector.
Oh man, that was one of my favorite battles of the year.
He came with the bars on that one. He did it on purpose.
And he had to, because now for sure you couldn't joke with Bill Collector.
That was a good That was
one of my favorite battles. Matter of fact, I texted that out, I tweeted that out. And Bill Collector retweeted my tweet on that.
Oh, that's dope. That's
dope. Shout out to Bill Collector.
Shout out Bill Collector, man.
He retweeted me on that.
Mess with First Watch, man. All right. So, the one that we all been waiting for, probably the most controversial battle on the card. Loaded Hollows versus Gun Cake. Is it Guns and Cake or Gun Cake?
Gun, you know what? Because it was the last minute. Okay, but now I'm gonna let you get into the change of chess coming in. But I do want to say this. I'm gonna recuse myself from a serious explanation of this battle because I'm 100% biased on this one.
Yeah,
I'm 100% biased because Hollow and Lux are my favorite rappers in the game.
Well,
I don't think I would have been able to give an unbiased opinion of this.
I can give my reasons for who I thought won. I didn't do a lot of quotables because this was something I wanted to see. I'm gonna have to do a second watch definitely. But first watch is about me having the first watch and my brother having the first and second when we come together. So high energy, first of all. Let's just talk about the room. The energy was so high when these guys came out. Chess had a lot of pressure on him. So let's get into it. Gun Cake comes out. Guns and Cake, they come out. Energy is stupid high. In my opinion, and this is my opinion. We know battle rap is opinionated. There's no scoring system. I picked up on a lot of their stuff. I caught a lot of their stuff. I know, we had to turn the mics up to, rock concert level. I got tired of that, but, you want it to be right. I just felt like from their side in that first round, don't get me wrong, they went off. But it was a lot of gas. They weren't controlled. Chess was all over the stage. It was just crazy. You could even see Rock pulling them back from time to time. But it was a fire round. Don't get me wrong.
Let me tell you something. Chess, to what you're saying, Chess to me was just really extra.
He was.
And it started bothering me.
I couldn't enjoy
how extra he was. But I will have to say that I think all that extraness did him good against the fight that he had in front of him. Exactly. Now, it bothered me because those are my dudes. That's Loaded Lux and Hollow to Die. Yeah. They own my Rushmore easily. Automatically. So to see somebody just all up on him, not giving him room, just all up on him, and he was just way extra. And you're right, Rock a couple times was like, bruh.
Yeah, you got to calm down.
Calm down.
But I think that, because chess is under the microscope, I think that anxiety and that energy just caused them to be so much extra. And then you with somebody you idolize, you with Rock, then this is a big opportunity. So I think that side of it too. And Tay Rock has his way of doing things. But it was like to the point where sometimes I couldn't even hear it. Like I couldn't even catch the bars because they were just so, all over. But energy was high. The gas station was open, 30 on pump 10. But it was a good, I have to see it again, but their first round was fire. So Loaded Hollows comes out. round one. And I called it like 2 or 3 quotables. I called one. I love this one. It's simple. I heard they treasure Chess. We gonna bury him too. That was fire. This was a moment in the round that was dope. They just going in. I can't remember all of the lines, but Hollow says, "I trust my partner, so I can fall back." And Hollow falls back in the Lux arms. He catches him. Fire.
Let me tell you, we talked about this. What actually made that line
that was hard.
So dope?
The setup.
Is the setup. Is because, Lux doing his Lux thing. He breaking it down, and he even dropped some bar about nonviolent and activists and whatever.
Let me stop a second. That's the other thing we talked about off camera. In this battle particularly, why I know I got to do another watch, because even with Lux is just that kind. There's one, but that's even later on. He's dropping so many extra gems in between the bars. We sitting here catching stuff together.
It's the rusty tools in the shed house. You gotta watch them.
All the hospital getting beds out.
But what I want to say is that line was set up so nicely because Chess was being so extra.
Yeah.
And Lux was doing his Lux thing, and Hollow was like, "Let me get him." And Chess just had his chest out. And he was all up in his grill, barking at him, and then fell back literally. It was like, but I'm going to fall back because I trust my partner, and just fell back.
That was crazy.
And then, of course,
that was crazy.
Lux gets in his little bars even in between it. He said, "I caught that." So you even got to listen to Lux when he's mumbling.
Yeah, because you never know.
When he's saying little extra stuff in between.
You never know. It's connecting to something.
But that was hot.
So my round one, I've had a few of these in this because here's why I think this has happened. These teams really came to play. Like they all really did. And Chess is what I'm going to say to you. Now, I did say you were overly hyped. You battling legends. I guess you're supposed to be. I would have liked to see a little bit more controlled and, just doing what you do. But hey, it's Lux and Hollow. So I ain't mad at you for that. And also, much love for just really rising to the occasion for the fans and for the culture.
To be able to show up.
I love that.
That's much time to rehearse. Because Lux and Hollow, they were all in the mountains.
And you got to give Lux.
That's what mountains do. That's how mountains do. They dropped that bar in there too. That
was hot. That one was hot.
You know how long they were rehearsing together because you saw them getting it in. You saw clips of Lux and Hollow.
And then you have to give Lux and Hollow a lot of love because they had to change their whole.
That's right.
Everybody. You have to give everybody in that battle love because they're the main card. They're the main card, the attraction, the featured attraction, and then they have to all go back and prepare again. For Tay-Rock, you're preparing with another partner, and for them, for Loaded Hollows, now you're prepping for another opponent.
Right? But you know what? They still got they Sue Surf stuff off.
Yep. So
they had some Sue Surf bars that did not go wasted.
Yeah, those were nice, and I know I wrote some notes on those. So I this is what I did for round one on this one too, and this has happened twice today with me, but I think like 2 or 3 times. But it's a debatable. It's a debatable for me. I can't give it to anybody off first watch, the first round, because the energy. One thing about this event, why I say you'll want to watch it, and even with the stuff that happened. With the 40, the Bardashians, 40 and official versus E Hart and Jazz. I'm sorry, versus I said it the wrong way. Anyway, the thing about that battle was at least there was one round that was fire. The whole first round in that was fire. You were able to enjoy it. So I'm saying that to say in all of the battles, the first rounds were amazing.
Right. You're right.
So it made it hard in a lot of them
except for the ones that we didn't go over.
Yeah. Well, with the Bardashians versus 40 and E Hart, that was easy because they messed up the end of it, and that's what messed them up. But all of these first rounds were fire. So in this one, for me, even though me and Chill both had our critiques about Chess and Rock, what they were doing, because actually we didn't discuss this. They started to tone it down a little bit later, if you noticed.
Right.
They started to get more into the rhythm of, just it sounding good and just not going crazy in the gas station and all of that. So the first round for me, I'm split. It's debatable for me. I cannot pick a winner for the first round for that.
I already
Can't pick a winner
said
for the first round.
my biased shout out is, of course, Loaded Lux.
And I don't want you, because
I mean, I'm biased, but I still would have given it to him. But you know what? It's the mystique, and you can't go with the gas. But just when you saw how prepared that Hollow and you knew they were going to be.
They were ready.
But when you saw them come out and how, because in comparison to just how hyper the other cats were, which that's how Rock go. He started out. Oh, and by the way, Averb tossed the coin.
Yeah.
Averb tossed the coin. They grabbed it and just. Oh, was that in that match or was that the other match?
I think that
was the Hollow. That was the Hollow. Because what you call it said, don't do that no more.
Yeah.
Because Good said, don't do that no more. Yeah. But no, Rock came out, ready. Yeah. But Lux and Hollow came out.
They were fired. They were fired. So that's where we are on that one. So round 2 was another one I was watching. Pretty much a lot of the same, for me, a lot of the same as far as the performance from Gun Cake. It was pretty much the same as round 1. I do have one quotable I wrote down, and they were talking directly to Lux. They was like, if I send him up and you downloaded, how the hell you in sync? I mean, that was fire. But again, I felt like the gas station was in full effect again. I felt like, a cave game brings the whole cave with them, no problem. But I don't know if they need to change that, being able to have so many people on the stage. But sometimes it influences the crowd to me.
Right.
I don't want a gas station. I want to be sitting here with my brother and we naturally like, oh, did you hear that? Oh, did you hear that? And I just wasn't catching it. I wasn't getting it. I don't know. And then Rock calling the crowd dumb. And then in between him calling the crowd dumb, I wasn't able to catch as much as I needed to catch. So I don't know. It just, for me, in that second round, it kind of showed, how do I want to put it? Maybe how when you put Chess in this situation, it's not going to be polished as fast as maybe Lux and Hollow would polish because, Chess, let's be real, Chess is the youngest dude in the league, if I'm correct right now.
I'm sure he is.
He's a young
dude that matters.
So, I mean, do we take into account how young he is and just, rookie mistake? Do we say that? Because he so badly wants that I'm that guy, respect. Y'all gonna remember who I am.
But I will say this. I don't know about if we take into account how young he is, because in the past he has been known to choke.
Facts.
And even throw up.
Facts.
And
that DNA battle, that was ridiculous.
That was the throw up battle.
You could hear him throwing up in the
But no. But although he did maybe have a couple of baby chokes, he actually brought the heat.
Yeah.
The entire battle. I mean, so much so, it was pissing me off that he was so extra, but just his energy was crazy.
Yeah, I was happy.
He was barking the entire time.
He had a solid performance. I was happy for that. Now that I was happy for.
Right.
So second round was good. But I'll be honest with you. I was ready to see what the Hollows were gonna come with, Loaded Hollows, but they were killing it. So second round, Loaded Hollows comes out wigging. But the joint that was dope was when Lux did the robot. And they had the gas angles. And they had just had 2 rounds with all of that gas. It was just such a fire angle. And the way they did it was just crazy.
They both had moments that you can tell that Lux was really, really starting to feel it. Yeah. And let me tell you something. People, the way I saw Lux starting to feel it, and we're not even gonna get to the third.
Yeah.
But you can see it. You can see it coming in the second round.
Yeah.
That something is starting to click in Lux. And people gonna have a problem.
Start going. I can't wait to get my second watch and pick out little stuff.
But also in that round, I believe it was in that round that Hollow broke with he started saying something and you couldn't hear what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think I wrote that one down. Hold up. I know I wrote that
we
down.
evolved the game. It's a mutation.
Right.
Because he was saying and you couldn't. And Lux was like, what the hell are you doing?
That was okay. You know what? I hate to fast forward. That was round 3.
Okay.
But no, it's cool. We gonna
because
talk
you
about
know
it
what?
now.
There's so much love Hollow in round 3. I thought that's what it
he
made.
He was rapping and he wasn't saying anything.
Right.
And he said, "We just evolved the game. That's a mutation." So what was cool about what they were doing is they just had throughout the whole battle now, since we're just up ahead a little bit into the third.
Yeah, I want to go back to the second.
We're gonna go back to the second. But what I want to say is they had a lot of little bars within the bars or little gems within the bars that when you caught it, you were like, man, did you hear that? And that was just slick the way they played that out.
Because again, I didn't really take any notes on that when I just watched it as a biased fan. But was it in that round where they started battling each other, where they flipped the battle that Hollow and Lux actually had?
Round.
That was third round again.
That was the one. That's the important rounds. We don't want to talk about that, but that was the last one.
All right.
No, we good though. So the robot angle was crazy. Second round. Now here's what we have to really talk about in the second round. In the second round, there was a little piece where me and you were both talking, and we were really trying to decide if it was a choke.
Right.
Because it was like pandemonium came on the stage. Now it didn't feel like a choke.
You talking about the Lux choke?
But then we still seemed like Lux was trying to. It seemed like Lux was trying to get his shit.
Right. Lux was trying to figure it out. He was a little. But when Lux chokes differently than other people chokes.
Yeah.
Because you can never tell. Like when his famous Calico.
Oh my God.
Choke.
Yeah.
You really can't tell if Lux is choking.
So let's go to the end of the second round so we can get this. So for me, I did give the second round to the Hollows. I gave it to the Hollows because the only thing that would have stopped me from giving it to them was the lull and the choke. But it was so much pandemonium and so much crazy shit going on that stage. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on at that point. It was just a lot.
Which round was the bottle where they switched them? That's the third round too?
I think the bottle.
Where Hollow handed them the bottle?
I think I didn't write. I thought one of us wrote the note on that. I thought it was the third round. I think it was. No, it was the second round.
Okay.
It was the second round.
All right.
It was the second round.
Right.
Where they said, "What, piss in your water?" and all that.
And Hollow handed him the water bottle. He took it and he didn't know what to say.
And that was a little lull right there.
Right.
So, but no, I
Chess took the bottle from Hollow and didn't know what to do.
But I will, I give round 2 to Loaded Hollows. It just seemed more polished, much more entertaining. There were more bars to me. I got to go back and listen. Like I say, because I'm only on watch 1. And this battle particularly, I'm going to say out of all the battles, that's why I'm saying it's worth your money. Like this one, you're going to have to watch it 2, 3, 4 times.
At least 3, 4 times. I may go back,
I may go back and watch it. Like, man, Gun Cake killed him. But on first watch, not negative. So we're going to I'm giving second round to Loaded Hollows. How did you, I know that's hard for you.
My biased review.
Yeah.
And kind of unbiased. Again, it went to Loaded Hollows.
Yeah, they get 2.
The gamesmanship, their performance, their chemistry, professionalism. Man, these cats, these the best cats.
So round 3, I got to be totally real. Totally real. I felt like in round 3 and watching it, Chess and Tay-Rock were having syncing problems. They just did not, to me, seem like they were synced. Their transitions did not seem sharp. There was a lot of gas in this one too, and a lot of dead spots.
Right.
There were a lot of dead spots in that round. So without even having quotables, I know you may have 1 or 2. This is how I felt at the end of round 3, first watch. I felt like it was a very beatable round. Number 1. That's number 1. Number 2. And then we're going to get into 3. I said, if Hollow and Lux can pull a rabbit out of a hat, Because they moments, guys.
Right.
I said I knew they was going to do something in round 3. They have to do something in round 3, and they'll win this battle.
Yeah, well,
when we get to round 3, I'll tell you. But they had to do something to win round 3.
Okay, what round are we on right now?
We on 3.
Okay.
We on 3.
I do want to say that you're right. There was some problems that they had syncing. And I won't blame it on Chess not being prepared.
Chess did his thing.
He did his thing, so it didn't seem that it was that. But I think some of the lines didn't hit the way they thought they were going to hit. And, you know, they waited for the gas that they were used to getting.
Yeah, they weren't getting it in.
And they weren't getting it anymore.
Yeah.
And so they took a lot of pauses, and it just made the bar just kind of butt naked, that it wasn't as hitting as what they thought it was.
And Chess and Tay-Rock, there's another thing I know about those two. And this goes to, everybody's different. Chess and Tay-Rock are one of the are two battle rappers that when the crowd's not getting it, they get upset.
Right.
Rather than go through. Hey, they dumb, they dumb. No, you don't want to do that. Keep going.
You want to hurry up and get to the
if
next
you got,
bar.
if you got that one that doesn't hit, let's go to the one that doesn't.
Hurry up and get to it.
And not to, I've literally seen Hollow. I can't think what battle it was in. It might have been the Surf or the Charlie Clips, but he had said something that didn't hit. He was like, "Oh, what? Y'all want gun bars? Y'all want this? Y'all want that?" And then Hollow proceeded to do what the crowd wanted, and they started going with it.
Right. I seen Hollow change directions.
Yeah.
Change whatever bars he had planned to go with.
Yeah.
With a whole different set of bars.
He's a chess player.
But that's the kind of dude Hollow is.
Y'all like that?
He's not that kind of cat.
He's a chess player. He actually was playing chess in this battle too.
Yeah, right.
The water is part of it. But okay, so let's go into to our final round 3. So like I said, Gun Cake just had sinking problems to me. Round 3, was just not a good round for them. So at that point, that's when I was like, okay, Loaded Hollows can take this thing, but they have to come with the fire.
And they did.
And let me tell you,
Napalm.
Tay-Rock and Chess can say what they want. I haven't seen anything with them talking. I'm sure they're probably saying shit like, well, we'll give them the 3rd, but we got 1 and 2. They probably, I guarantee you, before I look at anything else, they probably
they were
cheerleading
on the 3rd round.
Yeah, we gave them the 3rd, but we got the 1st, 2nd. Nah, you didn't. But at least first watch. I got to watch again. So, round 3, let's go right with this. They came with this crazy, I don't have the wording. All you need to know is 725. They came with this crazy Sue-Surf angle about 725. He got locked up on 725. And then they went through this whole angle where everything was happening on 725. He
put in jail at 6 o'clock. He was released
725. It was just,
and the 725s kept coming.
You got to see this shit, because that to me spoke to the genius of Lux and Hollow.
And what did he name his album?
725.
And how much? I heard he even sold it to his fans for 725. Yeah. They kept coming with that.
They start going crazy. Nice. And then that was also the round, we're going to go back to that, where there's a portion where Hollow's rapping without words, and then they come in. We just evolved the game. That's a mutation. Oh my God. I mean, they are, like, at this point, even their opponents are in awe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you already know what we're going to say when it gets to 3rd round, but I'm going to keep going. Remember, in a second, we both said they had to do something. I said I had a premonition they had to do something. So the moment it happened,
they flipped angles.
From
their past battle,
and they start battling each other in a weird ass order, and it was crazy because it kind of did for a second. You really look. I can't wait to go back and look at it again. For a second, Tay-Rock and Chess was confused, but it was dope. Even I was confused for a second. I said, "Okay, I see where y'all going. Y'all doing some shit. It's different. The crowd's fucking with it." But then I was like, in my mind, I see now this shows me giving y'all love, Gun Cake, even though I said the other stuff. In my mind, I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm getting the lines. I'm loving it, but I'm like, this ain't enough. I'm like, they got to do something else. This not enough.
But let me tell you why I thought this was genius. Now, I've seen 2-on-2 battles where the guys on the same team start battling each other.
Right.
So not only did Lux and Hollow start battling each other, but they went back to the classic
their actual
Lux
battle
and Hollow battle. But what took it to the next level, they took the opposite angles. Lux took Hollow's angle in that battle, and Hollow took Lux's angle.
And they were killing that shit.
Killing it. Because you know, when Hollow did it, he went to loaded for loaded, I'm loaded for loaded.
Oh, man.
But Lux was doing that.
And killing it.
Killing it.
Yeah.
And then Hollow broke down in the Lux style.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was crazy. So
then they did the lane. Did we miss the lane?
They did you told me stand up niggas don't lean. And Hollow was sitting on the ground. And that was crazy. So, but then you told me stand up niggas don't lean or whatever. That led into a moment that battle rap has been waiting for a long time.
Gray hoodie Lux.
Hollow goes into his bag, gives Lux the gray hoodie, and walks off stage.
It was Lux against the house.
It ain't even nothing else to say at that point.
It was Lux. It was gray hoodie Lux against the house.
I mean, even Tay-Rock was just sitting there listening to it. He could not. Even Tay-Rock Tay-Rock turned into a fan. Now Tay-Rock, you can try to act tough. Tay-Rock turned into a fan.
Chess jumped off the stage and was cheerleading for Lux. He was blocking the camera view.
Tay-Rock turned into a fan. They both did, and Lux wigged out.
Y'all know what it was.
He gave us what we've been waiting on. He's been waiting, and see, and Lux is a chess player. He had so many quotable lines. I didn't write any of them down. I know one of them that was crazy when he referenced.
I'm taking Lux.
When he referenced the Funk Flex freestyle. He's like, you can get the 7-minute Funk Flex. Like, he was flexing, man. So I'm going to fast forward and say I give third round the Loaded Hollows. You already know what's coming. On my first watch, I give the battle to Loaded Hollows. But overall, good battle. Salute to both teams for putting it together under such short notice.
Everybody had to change.
For Loaded Hollows having to change. Oh, now this is the icing on the cake and the cherry on the sundae. I love this. And then I'm going to tell you something that we talked about off camera that we think should happen.
I think we pioneered this.
And probably will happen.
I think we pioneered this.
Yeah, I think we did. So, Hollow had gone off the stage where Gray Hoodie Lux was going in. Now, this is where they automatically get the third round. It's not debatable. You can debate me on all other stuff. This is not debatable. Hollow comes back in. He's talking. Lux is talking to him like, you going to let me do this by myself? Hollow comes back in with a gray hoodie on, but the hoodie he has on is the hoodie from the battle when he battled Lux.
His I'm not excited hoodie.
And then he comes in and he acts like he's going to rap and he says to be continued. Now, let's address the elephant in the room.
That's what I'm talking about.
What is that to be continued? What battle did not happen on this card?
We know that the Murder Mook, Calico, the Murder Land. And who were they going?
They were going up against Dark Life.
Dark Life.
Briz, who is I love Briz.
Rothstein.
Briz and T-Top. That battle didn't happen. But hold up. Let's take it even further. What other battle didn't happen? See, now you're confused.
What other battle didn't happen?
Oh, a battle didn't happen.
But besides the Calico.
The battle that did not happen was Loaded Hollows versus Gun Titles.
Of course, we talked about that.
So I say that to say, Smack, I'm trying to be like some of your other bloggers that be ahead of the game.
Right, we talked about
I say that to say, why would there not be a card coming together? It doesn't have to be a double impact card, but those two battles
we need to see those two battles.
We need to see the official battle that was supposed to happen.
The Calico
Gun Titles
Murderland.
versus Loaded Hollow.
Right.
And Murderland versus Dark Life. Put the card together.
Those two.
Set it up.
Don't wait for Jay Black to tell it to you.
You have my money in advance. You'll get the first watch blog. We'll blow it up, whatever. You need that battle. Because at the end of the day, now see, they could have done, see, Smack does it in his way. Because see, Smack is smart to know, I could do this further on down the line. People still want to see it because they didn't get to see it.
Right.
Prime example. So, shouts out to ARP too. We'll do some of their stuff too. So that reminds me of who was that battled? It was Calico and Ill Will. And it did not happen when it was supposed to on the day of the event. Mm-hmm. So they did like the same thing they did with Cassidy and Disaster. They took it to a parking garage.
Right.
And it was the way they because Avocado shoots ARP stuff too. That battle you got to watch that battle. That battle
big
was
ups
crazy.
to Avocado again.
Yeah.
Did his thing.
Angles
man.
was crazy.
Oh, it was one shot.
Angle? That was the one on Hitman and
when he did the remix.
Oh man.
And he shut
Hitman John.
Oh man.
He was going back and forth when they were doing the different motions.
On the remix. That was nice. Shout out to Avocado.
But
he's a beast.
Hey, this is the first episode of First Watch, man. I enjoyed it.
All right,
it ain't gonna do nothing but get better. We talk about this battle rap thing from a different angle.
Time.
We'll take more notes the next time. We just wanted to introduce ourselves to y'all, let y'all know we're gonna be doing this. We coming straight from Cleveland. We got some spitters in Cleveland. Shouts out to my man Fonz. He on URL. Yeah, man.
And we got some ladies out here making some noise too. We got some ladies out here doing some.
Shouts out to Cleveland's Bar for Bar League. All my little brothers over there. I'm your little brother, but those are my little brothers.
Beatrice out here doing her thing. We got some spitters in Cleveland.
But
watch out for them.
By the time we do the next one, we'll have this all organized the way we want to and hashtags and all of that. But First Watch, man, MC Chill, your boy Arrogant.
We out of here. Peace.
First Watch.